Good morning, students. I'm Jasmeet Kaur. Today we are going to start the next unit, and the name of the unit is Cognitive Processes. In this Cognitive Processes unit, we are going to discuss different topics like attention, perception, learning, memory, intelligence, thinking, aptitude, etc. So we are going to discuss all these topics one by one. Let's start with the first topic of this unit, and that is attention. Attention. If I'll ask this question from all of you, that what does it mean when I'm using this attention word, definitely you are going to say that yes, when we become aware or when we become conscious, or you can say that it is a state of alertness. That means when we are going to become aware, we are going to become conscious or alert about ourselves as well as about our surrounding. That state is called as attention. Now the question is how we are going to define this. Before I am going to give the definition of this topic attention, let me give you one example. For example, this is you as B person. You are just going somewhere on your way, and you are just simply moving, and someone, that is the person 2, any XYZ person, he starts calling you from your back. Then the moment you were just moving towards your goal, means this is your pathway, but suddenly someone is calling you. Then when this person calls you, immediately your sensory organs become active. When your sensory organs become active, that means you become aware about this thing, that yes, someone is calling you, and then accordingly you are going to react. So that means when you are just doing something and suddenly you become aware about yourself as well as about your surroundings with the help of your sensory organs, that state is called as attention. I hope this example is clear to everyone. Now let's discuss about the definition of is attention. So attention, it can be defined as an aware state of mind by which we become aware about ourselves and about surroundings. So that means in attention process, the most important thing that helps us, that is with the help of sensory organs. That means sensory organs plays important role in the attention. Means it's our sensory organs only. With the help of our sensory organs, we become aware about ourselves as well as about the surrounding. Here I'm again going to the same example. You were going somewhere and suddenly this XYZ person calls you from at your back, and immediately the moment you just hear that voice that yes, someone is calling you, that means the first thing happen, that is your sense organ become active, and because of that thing means your auditory sense organs, then means you just hear that voice and immediately you become aware about this fact that yes, someone is calling you. So this process is called as sensations. When you become aware about yourself as well as about your surrounding, this is called surroundings. First you become aware about yourself, that yes, someone is calling me, that means I become aware about myself. Then you become aware about this fact that yes, in this surroundings there is a person who is calling you. So that means aware about ourselves as well as about the surroundings. But how that happened? With the help of sensory organs. I hope now this concept is clear to everyone that yes, what is the meaning of attention. Now, after discussing about the meaning and definition of attention, let's talk about different types of attention. Attention basically is of three types: voluntary attention, involuntary attention, and habitual attention. So now we are going to discuss about all these three types of attention one by one. Voluntary. The meaning of voluntary is according to own wishes or desires. Attention means focus. So that means, see, if we are going to combine these two words, that means when we become aware about ourselves as well as about the surroundings according to our own wishes, desires, or needs. Means if I am paying attention to something or someone, that is my need, because this is my requirement. That for example, I'm just going to give you a very smallest example. Right now, if you are attentive in this class, if you are paying attention to me because this topic is in your syllabus and you want to understand this topic for your exams, to clear your exams, so that means because this is your need. Or it may be that you are feeling like you are having interest in this topic, that is why you are paying attention towards this topic. So that means such kind of attention, when we are paying attention towards any stimulus or person according to our own needs, desires, or wishes, that kind of attention is called as voluntary attention. Then the second type of attention is involuntary attention. It is opposite of voluntary. Attention simply again means awareness. Involuntary means I don't want that. Then why am I paying attention towards that stimulus? See, voluntary, I am going to pay attention according to my own wishes. But when it's involuntary, that means I don't want that. Still, I am paying attention towards that stimulus. Here, first of all, let me clear this type of attention with one example. With the same example, I am going to continue. You are studying, sitting in your room or a classroom, trying to focus on your studies, and just simply your focus is all on your studies. Suddenly, there is a noise of breaking the glass, or it may be that someone knocks at the door in a high volume, or someone is playing music in high volume. So then suddenly what happened, your whole attention from the studies is going to you can say break, and you are going to pay attention towards that stimulus. That may be the noise of breaking the glass, or the noise of an aeroplane, whatever that may be. Though I don't want to do that thing, but still I am paying attention towards that stimulus, because the noise or the intensity of that stimulus is so high that is going to force me to pay attention towards that stimulus. So such kind of attention is called as involuntary attention. Means I don't want that, I don't need that, but still I am paying attention towards that stimulus just because of the intensity of that stimulus. So in involuntary attention, a person pays attention towards any stimulus not according to the wishes, not according to the desires. So simply here, not according to wishes or desires or needs, but intensity of that stimulus affects us. Intensity means the volume. The more the intensity, the more it is going to affect us. So that means in involuntary attention, we are not going to pay attention towards any stimulus according to the desires or wishes, but it simply means there is no goal. But on the other hand, involuntary attention, there will be a goal. Yes, if I am paying attention towards the stimulus, this is my goal. I want to clear the exam. I want to study. So that means in voluntary attention, there will be some goal. But on the other hand, in involuntary attention, there will be no goal. You are moving towards a goal, but still there is xyz stimulus that is affecting your attention, so that is why you are paying attention towards that stimulus. So that means such kind of attention is called as involuntary attention. Then there's a third type of attention, that is habitual attention. Habitual attention means, it's clear from the name that when we pay attention towards any stimulus according to our own habits, means I am not able to control that thing due to my hobbies. For example, if someone is having the habit of let's say playing cricket, so whenever he see in the TV or watch just in the TV, or he just simply observing in the playground that yes, some boys are, they are just playing cricket. So definitely if he or she is doing somewhere, then definitely his or her whole attention is just going to be towards on that cricket because of his habit of playing cricket. Or I can give you another example, a person who is having the habit of drinking alcohol, or who is having the habit of smoking. Positive and negative habits can be positive or negative. So according to the habits, yes, we pay attention towards the stimulus. If xyz person is having some kinds of habits, then yes, that habits affects our attention. The person is going to pay attention towards that stimulus according to the habits. So such kind of attention is called as habitual attention. I hope this is clear to everyone that yes, attention, first of all, let me just remind, attention means aware state of the mind, conscious mind, or alert. It can be defined as an aware state of the mind by which we become aware about ourselves as well as about our surroundings with the help of sensory organs. Then we talked about the types of attention. Attention is of three types: voluntary attention, involuntary attention, and habitual attention. Voluntary attention means the attention according to our own wishes, desires, or needs. Involuntary attention means not according to the wishes, needs, or desires, and habitual attention means according to the habits. Now we are going to talk about the next subtopic of this topic, that is determinants of attention. Determinants of attention is also called as factors affecting attention. So factors affecting attention, these are of two types: objective determinants and subjective determinants. Objective determinants are related with the object or stimulus. Subjective determinants are the determinants that are related with the person. Let me give you example for that. For example, now all of us are aware about this thing, that what is the meaning of attention. Attention means when I am going to become aware about something. Then how the stimulus, or what are the factors that are going to affect our attention? These are two: objective and subjective. Objective determinants are the determinants related with the objects. For example, there is an XYZ stimulus, that is let's say food, and that is your favorite food. The moment you are going to see your favorite restaurant, and in that restaurant your favorite food is available, then if you are paying attention towards that, two types of attention, two factors that can affect your attention. First of all, because that food is your favorite and this is your need, means you are feeling hungry. That is why you are paying attention towards that stimulus. That is called as the subjective, means as a person you are hungry, this is your need, that is why you are paying attention towards that stimulus. On the other hand, the objective determines why am I paying attention towards, because this is my favorite food, that is why this food is you can say attracting me a lot towards uh, me, so that is why I am paying attention towards this stimulus. So basically there are two factors that affect your attention. Objective determinants includes nature of stimulus, color of stimulus, size of the stimulus, novelty of stimulus, isolation of stimulus, movement of stimulus, sudden change of stimulus. So these are some of the stimulus types objects that can affect your attention. First is the nature of the stimulus, means the stimulus that is in front of you, what is its nature. Is it auditory stimulus, visual stimulus, tactile stimulus, means what kind of stimulus exactly it is. Auditory, visual. If I am going to ask this question from you, that what kind of stimulus affects us, some people will say that auditory stimulus attracts us, some people will say that yes, or visual stimulus attracts us, or tactile stimulus attracts us. So there were many researches that were like they undergone, and finally they were able to conclude that in auditory and visual, the most important factor that affects your attention, that is auditory stimulus. Why auditory stimulus? Because of the sound waves. In visual stimulus, sometime I am not able to see that stimulus, but when it comes to auditory stimulus, because of the sound waves that start attracting us a lot. For example, you are sitting in a room and you are doing some work, and suddenly you just listen that there is a beautiful music, there is your favorite music that is playing outside. Now you are not able to see that stimulus, but because of the sound waves you got attracted towards that stimulus. So that means nature of the stimulus affects your attention, which kind of stimulus exactly it is. Then the second is the color of the stimulus. Yes, colors, either bright shades or either light shades, means dark or light shades. Most of the time dark shades or bright shades attracts our attention, but researchers also concluded that sometime if like in a room 10 people, 9 people are wearing dark shades and only one person who is wearing light shade, that person may also attract us. But yes, but most of the researchers said that dark colors or bright shades attracts us more as compared to the light one. Then size of the stimulus, smaller size, bigger size. Yes, in most of the researches, psychologists said that the stimulus that is larger in size attracts us more as compared to the stimulus which is smaller in size. But in some cases smaller size can also attract the stimulus. For example, there is a wall and the whole wall is plain, but there is only one black dot in that wall. Yes, we are going to become attracted towards that stimulus. That means yes, in some specific situation small size can also affect us, but most of the researchers concluded that the stimulus which are larger in size can attract us. Then novelty. Novelty means something new. I'm just going to give you one example. In the daily routine you see that in your house or in your home, where is the things placed on. Suddenly you just went to you just go to your home, and you just see that there is something new that your father brought in your house. Immediately, the moment you are going to enter in your room, you are going to ask from your father or mother, when did you get this thing? So that means yes, a novelty, or if there is something new that is inside you or outside you, that stimulus is going to attract you. Then the isolation of the stimulus. Yes, isolated stimulus also attracts us as compared to the stimulus which are in some groups. For example, in a room, there are 20 people, they are sitting all together, but there is a one person who is sitting alone in that room. Whenever XYZ person is going to enter in that room, then immediately we are not going to pay more attention to that crowd. Rather than we are going to pay more attention to the stimulus or to the person who is sitting alone in that room. So that means isolated stimulus can also attract us. Then the next is the movement of the stimulus. One is stable stimulus, second is momentary stimulus. Yes, momentary stimulus attracts us more as compared to the stimulus which are stable. For example, right now, if you are sitting in a classroom or in a room, your table, chair, bed, sofa, everything is placed there. But suddenly, if there is any yellow wasp or any fly that comes in your room, and this fly is just making some noise, and fly is moving towards you, or it's just like roaming here and there in the room, then your whole attention, you are going to pay attention towards that fly or that honeybee, or that maybe whatever that may be. That means momentary stimulus, the stimulus that is in some movement, that is going to affect your attention. Then the sudden change. If XYZ person, or if there is some sudden change, let's say that you're now in your home, you know very well that where the things are placed upon. Suddenly one day you just go to your room or your home, and you just see that everything is changed now. Everything is like placed on the other side, like bed, it was in the morning, it was here, but suddenly the place, everything is just changed. So that means yes, sudden change in the person or in any place or in any stimulus, that is going to attract our attention. So this is all about the objective determinants that are going to attract us, that are going to affect our attention. Now we are going to discuss about the subjective determinants, means the determinants related with the person, and that requires, first of all, the need, means I am paying attention towards something according to my needs. If you are hungry and you are paying attention towards your favorite food or towards your favorite restaurants, so that means this is your need, and that is why I am paying attention towards that stimulus. Sometimes we pay attention towards something that is just because of our habits. Yes, all of us have some hobbies, and sometime actually in the most of the time we pay attention towards something just because of our hobbies. I have already given you the example in the habitual attention type. Then your training or your practice area. Yes, the subject or the area in which you are getting training or you are practicing, that can also affect your attention. For example, if XYZ person is feeling low, and as a nursing student, as a physiotherapy student, you can ask from that patient, what happened? Is your BP is okay? Are you feeling, what is your room, what is your body temperature? That means you are going to assess, you are going to pay attention towards that person according to your training. But I am a psychologist. When I am a psychologist, I am going to pay attention towards that person also, but I'll ask from that person, what happened? Is everything okay with you? Is there is something that is bothering you inside? If you want to share something with me, that means yes, we pay attention towards any stimulus or person according to our training also. Then yes, we pay attention according to our interest also. In whichever area we are interested, we are going to pay more attention according to our interest. If you are paying attention in a classroom because you feel like that topic is interested, that means that topic is your interest area and you will get more attracted towards that stimulus. So these are some of the determinants, objective determinants and subjective determinants, that can affect your attention. Now, after discussing about this attention types and determinants, there's two small topics that are left in this topic. One is called distraction of attention. Now, this is the opposite. Yes, there are some stimulus that can distract our attention, and the stimulus that distracts us from paying attention is called as distractor. This question can come in 1 mark question like MCQ. The stimulus that distracts us from paying attention towards any stimulus is called as distractor. Now, distraction of attention is of two types: continuous distraction and discontinuous distraction. Continuous distraction means the stimulus that is continuously disturbing you. Discontinuous attention means that is discontinuously. For example, if there is any noise that is continuously in your room or in your place or wherever you are sitting, and that is continuously disturbing you from paying your attention towards XYZ stimulus, so such kind of distractor is called as continuous distractor. On the other hand, discontinuous distractor means for a certain period of time there is no noise, but again there will be one factor that is disturbing you. After some time you are just paying attention toward, then again XYZ stimulus comes and distracts you. Such kind of a distractor is called as discontinuous. Continuous means the distractor that continuously distracts you. Discontinuous means distraction of any stimulus from your attention in a particular time gap. Only one thing left in this attention topic: span of attention. Means how much span of attention means how many stimulus we can collect with the help of our sensory organs at one time. Means how many stimulus we can pay attention at one time, that is called as span of attention. And there were many researches that were going on to prove this, and finally psychologists were able to conclude this thing that we can pay attention towards minimum 9, average 11 and maximum 16 stimulus at one time in our one attention span. So this is all about today's topic. Let me just give a brief summary of this topic. First of all, we discuss about the attention, that is called conscious aware state of the mind. Then we define this, that it can be defined as aware state of the mind with which we become aware about ourselves as well as about the surroundings with the help of sensory organs. Then attention is of three types: voluntary attention, involuntary attention and habitual attention. Voluntary attention means according to the wishes. Involuntary attention means not according to the wishes. Habitual means according to the habits. Then we talked about the determinants of attention, objective determinants and subjective determinants. Distraction of this attention, stimulus that distracts us from paying attention is called as distractor, continuous distractor and discontinuous. Span of attention, minimum 9 stimulus we can pay attention. Average 11 and maximum 16 items we can receive at one attention span. So this is all about today's topic. We will discuss the next topic in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye.